what advice would you give to those people who are starting out, who almost in a sense have to do everything? Like maybe they don't have a huge amount of money, they're kind of limited with time, but they need to kind of get their social media up and running. So in a sense, they're kind of doing the filming themselves, they're doing the editing themselves, they're doing the posting, all the nitty gritty stuff with the upload thing. Like, do you just say you just got to suck it up for as long as you can until you can pay for assistance?
Yeah, I mean, that was me for the first 2 years. Yeah. So I was doing that. I was filming everything, editing everything myself, etc., etc. The way I would think of it is that I've got like a framework for goal setting, GPS, goal, plan, system. For someone like this, if I was speaking to someone, I would really try and drill down to what is the goal? Like, you know, we talked about in this boat example, this direction. What's the direction that you're trying to go? You mentioned sort of building up the social media, but building up the social media does not actually make you money. So what's the actual goal? Do you want to have 1 million Instagram followers and no money? Or do you want to have 10,000 Instagram followers and £1 million a year? Most people would probably want the money. I think most people view social media clout as an indirect route to making money. And so if money is the goal, let's just be honest about the fact that money is the goal. Cool. How much money? 10K a month? Okay, cool. 10K a month would allow you to quit your job. Great. Now we know that the goal is 10K a month. Is grinding out YouTube videos for 3 years really the most efficient way to 10K a month? No, probably not. Could I do some sort of B2B service offering where I charge $2,000 a month to 5 clients? You could probably do that and make 10K a month way quicker than trying to grind out a social media following. That's really hard to do, especially now. So if that's the goal, then once we figured out what the goal is, we want to figure out what's the most efficient plan to get us to the goal. And I define plan as what are the 3 to 5 major chess moves. So if my goal is 10K a month, what are the big chess moves I want to do to get to that 10K a month? And then S, system, is how do I just make sure I'm sticking to the plan? And when you have a clear goal and a clear plan, it then lets you prioritize. So whether you have 40 hours a week or 4 hours a week or 3 hours a week or half an hour a week because you're doing other things, as long as you are doing the highest leverage thing that's going to get you to the goal, you're doing the right stuff. You're at least, you're rowing in the right direction and you're using whatever time you have to make progress. Normally when I speak to people who are doing this sort of thing, I want to grow my social media following, but I don't have enough time. You realize they're squandering 3 hours a day watching Netflix because they've told themselves the story, oh, I'm so drained from my job that I've got to recharge by scrolling TikTok. Yeah. Like, when was the last time you finished a session of scrolling TikTok and thought, damn, I feel so recharged? Go to the freaking gym instead. Go for a walk, like work on the thing. Find a way to enjoy the process of whatever you're doing. It will turn it into a source of energy. I think a lot of business success comes down to prioritization, making sure that, even when you're full-time, in my case, people probably look at us and think, oh man, these guys have gallons of free time. But my calendar is rammed, your calendar is probably rammed. So it's actually kind of hard to find free time to like do stuff. Yeah. Everyone is constrained by the resource of time, money, and energy. And the people who are really rich are using their limited time, money, and energy on sensible things. The people who are broke are using their time, money, and energy on things that are less sensible. Obviously, privilege, circumstances, etc., taken into account. So a lot of the advice I give to people when I have these conversations fundamentally comes down to prioritization. Prioritization is what like strategy is. Yeah. There are strategy consultants being paid millions a year just to help a business figure out what they should focus on. And focus is such a big thing. When you're trying to do everything, you're going to make no progress. When you focus on just 3 main lifts, I'm just going to improve my 3 main lifts, you're probably going to make progress on those, I suspect.